And hello there! Let's get your week rolling just right. The right mix of news and conversations. Now, whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo del Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! Alright, so it is a beautiful day today. It has been a very sunny day. The traffic looks like it's back to normal, but I still enjoyed it.
It has been back to normal since yesterday, actually.
I found it not so bad yesterday for me.
There we go
Because
again.
you come
Coming
from the north.
opposite, I know, from opposite sides of Metro Manila.
I'm just
Ako
saying,
kasi, coming
okay?
from Commonwealth and then
Southbound
passing
ka.
through EDSA.
Ako, galing
yeah,
ng Taguig
it
lang
was
eh.
traffic.
So, it wasn't so bad. But, I'm just saying that today was, it felt a bit heavier, but not so
Heavier.
bad. But then,
Okay.
speaking about heavier, the news has been getting a bit more interesting.
yes.
As yesterday, again, still. We're seeing more and more reports about yung mga SALN reveal. We're seeing
SALNs being released.
we're seeing
figures being
exactly.
publicized.
And of course, independent people, or at least people not connected government, making the voices heard again. We talked about the businessmen yesterday. We're going to hear a bit more about them later on as well. But of course, it's just right now, it's not, I wouldn't say it's never ending, but then it feels like more and more people have been stepping up.
Well, it feels like it's never ending if we're talking about, the corruption cases and everything, the investigations. We want to see results and we want to see them soon.
Yes. And
So-
you know what else we want to see, Ann? Comment ng tao sa Facebook at YouTube
Oh, I
natin.
always watch out for those
Oo.
comment sections. Guys, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. You can like, share, and comment and subscribe as well. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. So to all those listening right now, hi guys. And we are also on the Facebook page of Mellow 94.7 BFM. So many ways to get in touch with us. I always check those comment sections.
Yes.
So go ahead and send us your messages, your shout outs, wherever you are in the world right now, and also your questions for our guests later on. For the hangout today, we will be talking with the producer and screenwriter of Tumandok. It's the most awarded film at this year's Gawad Urian. And I believe it also won awards during last year's Cinemalaya. So later we will be talking with the producer of that film.
Yeah,
Very, very interesting.
Excited about it because Tumandok is very deep cutting, especially for those for our indigenous peoples.
Yes.
And it brings up themes that siguro we're not too familiar with, at least us not being as exposed to them.
Yes.
So can't wait to hear more about it. Grabbing sword and gathering craftsmanship, and of course the use of language also is really different compared to what
The
people are
language
used
of the
to.
Ati community.
Yes, so it's a docu-fiction, and we're gonna hear more about that later on. But apart from that, let's talk about something that is, well, sana hindi fiction, pero yung love life po ninyo. Love hacks with dating
A
coach V.
fictitious love life. Ang lungkot naman nun.
Yun, oo, one way kasi,
Oo,
mga ganon.
hindi
oo.
alam ng partner mo na kayo pala, di ba?
Aba, hindi mo yan partner kung hindi niya alam. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
No, but yes, we
But-
have her coming on.
Yes.
And the fishbowl is coming back, I think.
That's right. Question and answer version or edition of the segment again for Love Hacks later on. So as early as now, go ahead and send us your love questions.
Yan. Kung fictitious ba yung love nyo o hindi.
Ang lungkot ng
Importante
fictitious love
yun.
affair.
Yeah, you know what? Some people just
It's
hope
all in
and
your
dream.
head.
They hope and dream. That's all I gotta say.
Hope and dream. Well, I hope you hope and dream with us for the next hour and a half because we promise a great show for you guys. And as always, we start with the headlines. We check the situation in major roads at this hour, guys. Let's see if you're stuck in traffic. Let's take a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard, already looking busy at this hour. We're seeing moderate to heavy traffic building up on that stretch. Opposite lane, The right side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Cubao, light traffic on that area. Now, this time we are taking a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. No problem yet. Southbound on the left side of your screens, those are the vehicles going to Pasay City. Light traffic on that area. Opposite lane, same situation. Right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Everything green and go. Heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Tuesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And now we got our fuel price update for the week. Fuel companies have advised of a mixed price change, with the cost of gasoline inching up by 10 centavos per liter. Meanwhile, diesel prices will see a rollback of 70 centavos per liter and kerosene going down by 60 centavos per liter. While the DOE earlier projected a larger rollback for this week due to anticipated oversupply, international tensions between the U.S. and China continue to keep prices up. And what will the weather be like this Tuesday? Let's go find out from Paolo as he gives us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Pao.
Thank you so much, Anne. Let's take a look at the local weather, where we continue to feel the effects of the easterlies. Now, this weather system will bring warm and humid wind coming from the Pacific, bringing us a mix of sunshine and the occasional rain all throughout the country. Now, let's start off first up north. Up north in Batanes, residents will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, it's a kind of weather that calls for a little extra caution. If you have any outdoor plans, better bring a raincoat and wear those non-slip shoes. Now, we're going to go over to Cagayan Valley, Aurora, Quezon, and the Bicol region. Now, skies in all of these areas will be partly cloudy with scattered rains and thunderstorms. So again, be alert for possible flash floods or landslides during the heavy rains. And if you are driving, make sure you give yourself that extra time on the road and keep those headlights on for safety. Now we go down south to the Visayas region, particularly a focus on Eastern Visayas, because here in Eastern Visayas, you're going to see partly cloudy skies with this isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, for the rest of the region, though, you can expect fair weather, generally fair weather, and a great time here, of course, to do your errands, do your laundry, take your morning jog, or anything here before the afternoon showers pop up, because that is a possibility. Now we're going to go down south to Caraga and the Davao region, where we are going to have partly cloudy skies to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. But for most parts of Mindanao, you can expect fair weather that will dominate throughout the day. So take advantage of the beautiful weather and make sure that you go out and have a beautiful day. So wherever you are, stay weather-wise, stay ready, keep hydrated, bring your umbrella, the portable ones just in case. And remember, a little sunshine on a few raindrops can still make for a beautiful day. Now let's take a look at RC conditions, because no gale warning is in effect at this time. Now, for those extreme northern Luzon, though, you can expect moderate to rough seas that are expected with wave heights up to 2.8 meters. Now, for our fisher folks and sea travelers in these areas, please take extra precaution and always make sure to check the latest marine weather updates before heading out. Meanwhile, for the rest of the country, you can expect light to moderate seas that will prevail. That means calm and clear waters generally, and of course generally safe conditions for sailing and coastal activities. Still, always keep your life vests on and stay alert for any sudden changes in the weather. That is it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now on to our top stories this morning. Malacanang has responded to the call of major business groups to address the widespread corruption in government and empower with full legal powers the Independent Commission on Infrastructure. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro said the president is listening to business leaders, but stressed that the ICI is running smoothly for now.
Nararamdaman po ng Pangulo at ng administrasyon ang mga nararamdaman ng mga businessmen. Kaya po patuloy ang ginagawang pag-iimbestiga at patuloy ang pagpapabilis ng aksyon para po mapanagot ang dapat na mapanagot. At siguro ang hiling nilaman po natin doon sa mga obstructionists na gumagawa na lang ng iba't ibang kwento para sirain ang integridad ng ICI. bawasan nila to o hintuan na nila dahil hindi po ito nakakatulong sa ekonomiya.
Castro also clarified that the recent visit of U.S. Embassy official Michael Kelly to the ICI was simply a courtesy call, not an intervention in the ongoing probe. We were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. And actually, right after our show yesterday, Makati Business Club Executive Director Apa Ong Pin came on at the forefront with Attorney Karen Jimeno and left a very, very strong words for the administration. He brought up the fact that, quote, transparency is non-negotiable, stressed the need to empower the ICI with full authority, including subpoena powers, and of course, publicly disclose all audit findings from 2016 to present. And another great quote here, we want to see heads roll.
Yes, that's why people are calling for, more powers to be given, more legal powers to be given to the ICI. The Congress has already submitted a bill na bibigyan ng pangil or bibigyan pa ng ipin ang ICI, and also the Senate is also pushing for this bill. All it takes is for the president to prioritize, call for hearings to study these bills and give the ICI its much needed additional powers.
But despite the strong words given by the business community, another interesting part here is this, despite, as we've mentioned, heads should roll, right? He also said that it should not be political. At least this is their stand, the due process for all. He even says that if President Marcos were to throw the House Speaker Martin Romualdez under the bus, it would not be a good outcome. He's saying that it has to be, quote, a fair and independent investigation, not at the instigation of Malacanang. So as much as, like you mentioned a while ago, the president should be prioritizing and pushing for these types of hearings, these types of investigations, there also has to be that due process to make sure na apolitical yung approach na to.
I think what he needs to prioritize right now is yung pag-aaral dun sa mga bill na pinasa ng Congress and Senate para mabigyan ng extra powers ang ICI.
Yes.
And then once those are finally approved, then magkakaroon ng extra authority ang ICI, which is what they need right now. But for him to interfere with the investigation itself, I think the president is out, labas na siya doon.
And the only hassle with all of that, I think from the perspective of the common folk or mga tayo, it is the fact that parang hahaba pa rin yung, we're counting up the days before someone is going to be convicted or held liable. Mukhang medyo matagal pa yun. But of course, we are seeing a bit of change, and a lot of that actually comes from legislators themselves. Now, Senator Risa Ontiveros has made her 2024 Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth public, declaring nearly 20 million pesos in total assets and a net worth of almost 19 million. Her assets include 3 residential properties, 2 vehicles, cash deposits, jewelry, and business ties to a dive resort, a rural bank, and a trade company. Ontiveros says making silent ends public is a step towards transparency, especially amid public outrage over corruption. She's also backing calls to ease ombudsman rules that make it harder for the public to access officials' sal ends. Well, that is what a lot of people have been talking about. Now, a lot of people will also be scrutinizing yung honesty ng mga sal-ins na to as well. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there has been some creative accounting when it comes to certain things. But this is a good step if the public are able to go and access all of these sal-ins.
I was able to listen to an interview with a tax expert, and sabi nga niya, with all his years in the BIR, possible talaga na merong itago from the sal-en. But for the sal-ens to be publicized, this is a really good first step towards transparency. And aside from Senator Risa Hontiveros publicizing her sal-ens, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian also said he has allowed the media to access his SALN. Senator Tito Soto asked the media as well to get his SALN from the Senate Secretary. The Senate Secretariat already has instructions on how to distribute the SALN of the senators. And we also reported around 5 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, Senator Robin Padilla also gave his authorization to the Senate Secretariat for his SALN to be released. And he declared a net worth of 244 million pesos with no liabilities or debts. So when I saw that, I'm like, wow, no liabilities or debts. Senator Panfilo.
Kamusta ba credit card mo?
Senator Panfilo Lacson, moving on. No, we're talking about Senator Sandali. Senator Panfilo Lacson also declared his net worth of 244.9 million pesos as of June 30, 2025. So far, those are the senators who have declared their net worth. And so far, 8 congressmen and congresswomen have publicized their SALNs. We're still waiting for Speaker Boji D kasi sabi niya siya ang mauuna, di ba? Sa pag-publicize ng SALN. But right now we have 8 congressmen and congresswomen so far. Yes.
Well, of course, we're going to have to move on from that because right now we're going to be waiting for more of them to come out. And of course, yung
more
scrutiny natin of whether or not tama ba yan o hindi.
Speaking of numbers being scrutinized, let's talk about the budget. The DPWH's proposed 2026 budget is still under scrutiny, with over 5,600 projects flagged as questionable, despite already slashing 255 billion pesos meant for flood control. Senator Win Gatchalian found thousands of projects lacking basic details, including 946 repeats from last year and dozens of duplicates.
Kung itatali ho natin lahat, kung susuma ho natin lahat itong red flag 1 to 4, aabot ho yan ng 271 billion pesos. So, in other words, to give credit, nalinis na, pero meron pa rin ho natitira ng mga red flags.
DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon promised to verify all flag projects and remove duplicates, saying unexplained items should be dropped from the budget. This is the first time the agency's proposed funding, now down to 625 billion, is lower than its current budget. So they were able to slash already 255 billion pesos, and I guess after studying the budget once again, it will be slashed even more.
Well, the fact of the matter is we're still just focusing on yung flood control, or at least after slashing 255 billion pesos meant for flood control.
Yes.
When we take a look at the other projects, you can only imagine, diba? Like just the scale of it. It's not a small number. 946 repeats and dozens of details, including duplicates rather.
Yeah, I think around 40 or 42 duplicate projects. So yun yung sisilipin ni Secretary Vince Dizon. Of course, if there are duplicates still on the budget, they will take that out. And also yung mga repeats, sabi ni Secretary Vince Dizon, is they are going to verify if these projects are completed na, so they will be taken out, or if they are parang continuation nung gawa.
Yeah,
so they will resume work on that. But you know what? I can just imagine kung gaano kahirap siguro to study, the budget.
So sobrang galit mo. Yung mic mo.
I can just imagine ang hirap noon, di ba? I mean, you're talking about the budget of the DPWH for the entire country. So, di ba, going through these figures one by one and really itemizing everything and studying, verifying everything, it's really hard work. And yun nga, yesterday dun sa hearing, sinasabi nila, nagmukha ng matanda si Secretary Vince Dizon kasi with so much work that needs to be done sa DPWH.
But remember, let's not pretend as well that all projects are either ghosts or duplicates or should be taken away. The budget should be taken away. If I'm not mistaken, there was a road that is being constructed rather in certain part of the country. The province escapes me at the moment, but the complaint was, and it was seen in a hearing, that they took away the budget because it was mistakenly flagged.
Yeah, I saw that
So
too. Yes.
again, the question now is for DPWH. Not only do you have to go and scrutinize all of these projects and study them and make sure that they are in fact either ghost duplicates or whatever is flagged to be for the budget to be taken away, but you have to make sure that the projects are actually happening and you don't take away money from projects that are actually being done or actually worked on. So, mahirap talaga yung pagka-scrutinize nila. And
It's a big task.
they are not immune
Yes.
to being wrong at the same time. So that has to be watched out for. Now, moving on here, civic group Tindig Pilipinas has urged the offices of the Ombudsman to investigate the controversial use of confidential and intelligence funds of Vice President Sara Duterte amounting to over 600 million pesos. In a letter submitted yesterday, the group listed allegations against the VP. Aside from her CIF, they include betrayal of public trust, violation of the Constitution, and bribery, among others.
Kung meron pong meron pong investigasyon na pwedeng gawin yung ombudsman sa in the current time frame before February para mas malaman din po natin kung ano yung nangyari sa confidential intelligence funds ni VP Sara Duterte, ano nangyari sa laptop procurement sa panahon ng DepEd. Parang parte pa rin ito sa panawagan namin ng complete transparency tungkol sa lahat ng mga anomalya na nagaganap sa ating gobyerno.
Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla says he does not have the power to remove the vice president from office, but charges can be filed.
Pwede talaga imbestigahan yan. Pwedeng maharap sa kaso, pwedeng masentensyahan. Basta ang korte ang magsasabi niyan.
The vice president has not yet responded to the issue.
In other news, gambling tycoon Charlie Atong Ang's complaints against whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan and Alan Bandiles have been junked by the Mandaluyong Prosecutor's Office. In July, Ang filed complaints of robbery with violence, grave threats, grave coercion, slander, and incriminating an innocent person against the two. In a September 30 resolution, the panel of prosecutors declared that Ang's complaints do not have sufficient evidence. Attorney Manuel Ventura Patidongan and Bandiles' legal counsel says that Ang's arguments in the affidavit are questionable.
Napaka-imposible na kung sino yung nag-extort, ay siya pa yung tumatawag. Dapat kung sino yung nang-extort, siya yung tumatawag dun sa kikikilan, di ba? Pero dito, meron silang sinumite na call logs ni Mr. Charlie Atong Ang na lahat ng tawag papunta kay alias Brown ay palabas. Napuna ng opisina ng piskalya na habang sinasabi ni Mr. Charlie Atong Ang na tinangka siyang pagnakawan o saktan, nagbigay pa rin siya ng halagang 12 million para sa kampanya sa pagka-alkalde ng aking kliyente na si Mr. Dondon Patidongan.
Ventura says that these complaints are merely attempts by Ang to discredit his clients. Now, in world news, police and art experts say law enforcement could possibly catch the thieves that pulled off the Louvre heist, but recovering the priceless crown jewels may be a struggle. Specialists say only a small pool of criminals would be capable of such a job, so they are likely already on the radar. But the objects themselves could be quickly broken down into components and sold on. Paris prosecutors have entrusted the investigation to a specialized police unit known as the BRB, used for high-profile robberies. They handled the 2016 Kim Kardashian probe when Paris thieves stole her $4 million engagement ring. The brazen heist at the world's most visited museum has been decried by some as a national humiliation for France. At least 4 French museums have been robbed in the last 2 months. We were talking about this yesterday.
Again,
That
it feels like a
heist
movie.
At the Louvre. It does feel like a
Does
movie.
feel like a movie. Baka kamukha ng thief si George Clooney, si Matt Damon.
Baka. Good-looking thieves. Oh, you know what?
Yung mga nasa Ocean's 11 dati.
Have you seen the spin-off of Ocean's 11? The one with the
women?
ladies, with the
Yes.
women? Yeah. Kasi alam ko parang pinagtanggal-tanggal nila yung parts ng jewelry that they stole. So this is possible also.
Didn't
What
they use a
did-
crane to get in.
They used
broke
like
a
an
window.
elevator,
Yes, they used a
mechanical
crane.
elevator. Yeah.
They used a crane to
and
get
they
in.
did this in broad daylight with visitors at the museum. It's
Again.
crazy.
George Clooney, I'm watching you. Mr. George
You
Clooney.
gotta top this. I know that they are going to make another Ocean's 11. Hindi ko na alam kung pang ilan na ba, 12, 13.
Actually, that's a good
Ocean's
question.
13. They're making one. George Clooney has confirmed that they're making another movie. So you gotta top this heist,
Okay, you know,
Mr.
you
George
keep on
Clooney.
talking
If you're
kasi
tuned
we can go talk
yeah, you
more
can.
about this.
Yeah, they're actually making another ocean movie,
Ocean's
14.
14.
There you go, with George Clooney and the rest of the cast, I guess. But they are also doing another spin-off with. It
So the
escapes
women's
me.
Ocean's 8, by the way. The women's version's Ocean's 8. You know, we're spending a long time on this. But can I just say, I did not know ang dami na palang Ocean's 11
Ang dami,
movies. May
yeah.
Ocean's 14. Alam ko may Ocean's 12 at one point. It reminds me of Air Bud. Did you know that Air Bud, the dog, has 14 movies?
No,
Okay, we're gonna move
Air
on from
Bud.
that at that note. Oo. Alam mo kung bakit ko na-mention sa Air Bud?
Bakit?
Sports kasi yung pag-uusapan natin next.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, in sports. McLaren boss Andrea Stella. Wait, let me check that out again. All right, McLaren boss Andrea Stella says the Formula One Drivers' Championship is still up for grabs despite a dominant U.S. Grand Prix weekend for Red Bull's Max Verstappen. McLaren has already secured the constructors' title for a second successive year, with Oscar Piastri leading the driver standings by 14 points over teammate Lando Norris. Now, Verstappen is 40 points off the lead, but has slashed the gap from 104 at the end of August with 3 wins in 4 races and 5 rounds left to go. Stella says McLaren's performance shows they still have the pace to fight for victory and the championship.
Here we go with our first cup of tea. Fantastic Four star Vanessa Kirby has given birth to her first child with boyfriend Paul Rabil. The news was confirmed by Rabil on Instagram, sharing his first glimpse into fatherhood with Vanessa, known most recently for playing Sue Storm in Fantastic Four. First steps? Vanessa said back in July that she learned some lessons about motherhood from the character who was also pregnant in the film. She says that Sue was absolutely a mother, but it didn't define her. She was also a team member and a defender who went up against greater threats. Congratulations, Vanessa Kirby and Paul Rabil. First baby. Have you seen Fantastic Four?
No, I have not, unfortunately. Admittedly, na-trauma ko sa mga other Fantastic Fours that weren't as great.
Yes. I guess compared to the other Fantastic
This
Four
was better.
movies, this was better.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the last Fantastic Four I watched was the...
With Jessica Alba.
Yeah, no. The last one... No, Jessica Alba
Naalala
and
ko
Chris
si
Evans.
Jessica
Chris
Alba.
Evans,
Oh, yeah,
when Chris
Chris
Evans was
Evans.
a Human Torch,
Oh,
right?
tama,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
after that, that's the last one I saw. Yeah, I
Well,
forgot
this was
who
pretty
starring
good.
in it.
Yeah, it didn't make much money compared
Yeah.
to Superman. Well, actually, Superman was better.
No, but Superman's
that's my
it's a
opinion.
great movie.
Yes,
I mean, like,
great
right now,
movie.
when we talk about superhero movies, you can go either left or right when it
Yeah,
comes to it,
that's
right?
true.
So, you know, you're not so quite sure. But the last time I saw a Fantastic Four character was Deadpool with Chris Evans coming back there as Deadpool
Oh, that was extra
instead
funny.
of Captain America. That was really
Yes.
good. That was really good.
So again, congratulations, Vanessa Kirby. Now here's our second cup of tea for this morning. Coleman Domingo has been cast as the voice of the Cowardly Lion in the upcoming Wicked for Good. The announcement was made on the Wicked movie Instagram, with Domingo hiding behind a lion stuffed animal before revealing himself and saying, "See you in Oz." The film is the second half
Yeah.
of this movie. And I saw an interview with Cynthia Erivo, and she said that Dorothy in this second movie will remain anonymous. So she's gonna appear, but you'll only see her back.
You know,
They won't reveal the face kasi they want to keep the viewer's memory of Dorothy.
yes, and at the last cameos in the first Wicked was Christine Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, and
yes.
they had that little surprise
Oh, I
number.
love that
so
scene.
we're going to see who else is going to appear,
Cameos, please.
and that's going to be really good. It's really going to be really good. Again, you never know. Maybe she's lying about Dorothy. People lie.
We'll see. We'll
People
see.
lie
November
about
21. That's already
everything.
next month. Ooh, parang may laman.
Oo.
And that's our tea for this morning.
Now, let's go move on because up next we have a great one. Speaking of movies, films, the mind behind one of this year's most talked about films, Tumandok, joins us to talk representation and powerful storytelling. Catch our conversation with producer and screenwriter Arden Condez after the break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, this docu-fiction on the Ati community is the most awarded film at this year's Gawad Urian. But more than the awards, Tumandok fiercely brings unheard indigenous struggles to the screen. Producer and screenwriter Arden Condez tells us about this powerful story and how it came to life in The Hangout. Beautiful day, Arden. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, good morning.
I am really happy to be talking to you about this because I love the fact that docu-fiction to. It's still storytelling. It's still grounded in it is fiction. Pero some people say, okay, a film is based on real events. Pero when you add docu to it, it feels a bit more real. So let's talk about that approach first because this film in particular, napaka-importante, Tumandok. Tell us a bit more about that word muna, Tumandok, and why it is important to tell this particular story.
Yeah, the word tumandok means you're someone that really originated from a place. So dun ka nang galing. And it's for us the correct and apt title for a film about the struggles of people who are still wanting to claim their lands. So for the past 5 years, our directors, Kat and Richard, pabalik-balik sila sa community na to ng Sitio
Okay.
Kabarangkalan, Iloilo.
Okay.
And they were initially tasked by the LGU to look for, help them look for a tourist spot. Kasi ang ganda talaga ng lugar.
Okay.
But then, when they went there and listened to the stories of the people, they heard a lot of horrifying stories of violence na na-encounter ng mga tao doon. Pinapaalis sila ng maraming forces doon sa lugar na yon. Hence, since they are filmmakers, they thought of, making a movie really to just fundraise for these people to have their land title finally.
Okay. Gaano ka-importante, to finally decide to tell the story of the Ati community in Iloilo and their struggles? Gaano ka-importante na ipakita to sa film, ipakita sa public?
Well, if you watch the film, their stories actually are not that really bago.
Okay.
You heard them a lot of times already. But then, there will always be a necessity for this kind of stories. Kasi, like in this case, meron kaming isang actor na ginusto niyang sumali sa pelikula, all because when some forces went to their house at tinutukan ng baril yung nanay niya at naihi sa damit.
Oh my God.
Wala siya doon. And
Yeah.
this film was the only way for her to, makabawi sa nanay. And that for us, those kinds of, experience prompted us to, as filmmakers, to, do something about it.
So the one thing that makes this so genuine is the fact that yung ensemble ninyo is all Ati.
Yeah.
They used their language, yung Inati language. They were not professional actors. Most, if not all of them, hindi talaga professional.
Yeah.
First off, paano mo nasulat yun? Like, how would you write that? And at the same time, how was it dealing with that type of inexperience, pero yung rawness nandun talaga.
It was, this is an interesting story. Kasi, 5 years of talking to the community ng mga directors namin. So, we talked and then we decided to gel the stories into one cohesive story for a film. And then we wrote it in Filipino for the submission sa Cinemalaya, and then we translated it into Hiligayno in the language in Iloilo. And then since hindi rin kami marunong mag-Inate, we got someone from the community to translate the script into Inate, the language of the Ati, only for us to find out that some of our actors couldn't even read.
Wow.
Yeah, hindi sila marunong magbasa. They don't have a school there. Hindi sila marunong magbasa, hindi sila marunong magbilang. So some of them, would wake up at 3 a.m. just to listen to other people read the script and memorize.
Yeah.
So ganun kahirap for them, and yet ginawa nila. Kasi kailangan nila ng lupa.
So wait, I just want to go back to that fact kasi first of all, not a lot of directors, producers, screenwriters work with actors who are not able to read.
Yeah.
So nung nalaman mo yun, what did that make you feel personally?
Natakot kami. Natakot kami kasi paano namin to? We only had like 4 days to shoot the film sa bundok.
Okay.
In total, we only shot the film in 7 days kasi we don't have any budget. We didn't have any budget. So, natakot kami, and yet doon ko nakita yung gigil nila to make this film happen. Kasi ang aga talaga nila nagigising, nagagalit sila sa isa't isa, na sila yung nag-aaway-away pag may nakakalimutang linya yung isa. So ganun sila kan. And the workshop, we did a workshop, but the workshop is more like on familiarity, on the technicalities of shooting and making them understand the reason of every scene. So when they were already, performing, hindi siya performance, it's actually them reliving their experiences as a tribe.
It's like them telling their own stories.
Yes,
Kasi. So
ganun
parang,
naman yung point.
Kaya hindi kailangan ng script, di ba? Because
Yes.
everything is coming from their memory, from their own experience.
And to be fair, 4 of them were nominated sa Urian.
Yeah, I know.
them
One of the actors in the film, si Tatay Felipe Ganancial, recipient of Cinemalaya's Best Supporting Actor
Yes.
Award. He passed away last March,
Yes.
bless his soul. How meaningful was it for you to have his story told by himself on screen?
It made us realize kung gaano ka-importante yung filmmaking, and also as filmmakers, kasi one of our actors would say, tinanong namin after the shoot, kamusta yung pakiramdam nung nasa camera ka? Sabi niya, for the longest time akala ko pangit ako, then when I saw my face sa camera, sa video, dun ko na-realize na maganda rin pala ako. And that for us is enough para lang magpatuloy, natulungan sila.
I want to know also how they reacted to yung mga experiences nila being relived. Kasi these are not pleasant experiences. Sigurado may konting trauma yun. And there you are asking them to relive it. Ano yung challenge yan from a filmmaking perspective? And at the same time, kamusta naman yung reaction nila?
Very good question. Kasi naging struggle talaga namin yan during the shoot. Kasi, of course, we want them to be authentic. We want this film to be authentic by, letting them tell their stories. But at the same time, they're reliving the trauma. So, before we shoot the scene, we would always ask them, are you comfortable doing this? And if they are not comfortable, hindi namin itutuloy. Hence, we do it like a documentary way also. For us to din na, if hindi talaga komportable yung subjects namin na gawin, hindi namin gagawin.
So we're talking about, trauma, reliving their trauma. But on a lighter note, I'm sure while filming, syempre, these are non-actors. They're not professional. They're telling their story. Did anything unexpected happen? Like a funny mistake? Something that, just to put, para medyo to lighten up the vibe a bit?
Marami yun.
Madami kaming experience na masasaya.
Okay.
First day namin doon, binagyo kami. We were not familiar with like the terrain. So hindi namin alam kung paano bumaba sa tutulugan namin. So like literally nagkakandahulog kami sa mountain. We just slept sa tents. Wala kaming decent na toilet. We're like
Kala ko happy moment to.
Masaya siya kasi
Masayang experience
Kasi
siya.
it
Okay.
really bonded the people,
The group,
the
yeah.
group, and also masaya kasi may mga aswang stories kami doon.
Oh, wow.
no.
And it's palapit na yung Halloween.
Tamang
Ayan.
region yun
That's
eh.
gonna be your next film.
Oh my
Yung mga
gosh.
behind the scenes aswang story.
Pero may
Marami
nakita
kaming
ba
kwento.
kayo?
Ano yung
Oh my
so
God.
ano yung pinaka memorable mong aswang story?
We were celebrating the birthday of one of our actors.
Oh.
Tapos sabi nung mga cast namin, tumahimik sila bigla sa gitna ng celebration kasi meron daw. And
Merong
then, tapos,
ano?
dumating.
Oh, in the form of what? Di ba minsan yung aswang parang they come in the form of like a
Wait
baboy
lang,
damo
I
or
wait lang.
something.
Hindi to Halloween episode.
Hindi, wala.
Mag-move on muna tayo.
I'm curious.
Mag-move on muna
In the form
tayo.
of what?
Because right now, I don't want to talk about vampires.
Ay nako, ang
Mga
matatakotin
aswang.
tong partner ko
Let's
talaga.
move on here because yung sa Gawad Urian, Tumandok won 4 awards, including Best Screenplay and the most for any film this year. Ano yung reaction ng cast nung nalaman nila that this type of recognition is coming? Obviously, sa Malaya, big deal already. But more and more are coming. And this is coming from a group na non-professional
Yes.
actors pa.
They don't really see the importance of like the award. Kasi
Yes.
for them kasi yung mas importante yung finally for yung attention nandun uli sa kanila.
Yeah.
And then yung call to look for money for them to have their land title finally. So dun sila mas natutuwa.
So did you feel that this film made that type of difference? Especially when the narrative nila at yung mga challenges nila that are bringing to a bigger scope.
Yes. I mean, we're still looking for money. Hindi pa sapat yung nakikita namin. Pero like, getting there. At malaki na rin yung step towards that land title finally because of the film.
Okay. And as more people get to watch the movie, ano yung gusto mong emosyon na maramdaman ng mga viewers after seeing this film?
It's for them to realize that these people, no matter how small they are of a tribe, that they're still living with dignity. Na kahit nahirapan sila, nandun yung dangal nila as people. And for us to see na may mga taong sobrang simple lang talaga yung gusto sa buhay. Safe space. Matutulugang hindi sila natatakot. Hindi nila kailangan ng sports car, ng bilyon-bilyon. At sana mas magalit sila sa mga kurakot.
Yeah. Speaking on that, I think it's fair to say that this docu-film also shined the light on yung mga government neglect.
Yeah.
It's medyo historical siya. Grabe yung hinga mo doon. Of course, also the fact that may displacement that always happens, sometimes very forced, not just by government actors, but also pang private. I mean, when we take a look at all of those struggles, that it's not old, it's not new. Sorry, it's very old, it's not new.
Yeah.
And it feels that it hasn't been talked about enough. Did you feel that in terms of yung discourse, medyo nag-a-advance kahit konti dahil sa film na to?
Yes, sana. Pero although ang dami pang pwedeng pag-usapan tungkol sa kanila. Kasi parang ibang klase rin talaga yung experience na makapunta ka doon at marinig yung kwento nila. Kasi yung pag-aaral doon is a privilege ng mga may motor. Kasi hindi sila marunong magbasa, hindi sila marunong magbilang. They don't usually eat 3 times a day. Those kinds of stories na akala mo hindi totoo, pero nangyayari siya. So, yun yung masakit at kailangan talaga siyang pag-usapan.
While you were making this film, ano yung mga na-discover mo about yourself, about the community, na nagulat ka, that really moved you?
We did this scene na malimos sila.
Okay.
And then, sa city, and then sa Iloilo City, and then sobra yung hesitation nila to do that. And for us, that's when I realized na if they only had an option not to ask people money, they wouldn't do it. So kaya lang sobra silang napipilitan because of hunger, because of poverty.
Naalala ko nga yung sagot niya kanina na seeing this film, makikita mo na these people live with dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there certain things that sinulat nyo that had to be scrapped because it was either siguro masyadong traumatic, or at the end of the day, you couldn't ask them to relive it or do it dahil masyado ng, well, I guess, it
Masyado mabigat.
inhuman almost to ask them to do it again.
Yes. Probably yung violence na na-encounter nila. Because also, well, hindi siya scrap talaga, but it was already a decision even before we wrote the script that we didn't want these people to be positioned as victims, but as people na nag-iisip, nakakaramdam, pinaplano yung buhay.
Yeah.
So, yun.
The reason why I asked that, Anne, is because, I want to play yung devil's advocate dito kasi you can also attack yung filmmakers for perhaps siguro
Yes.
exploiting
Oh, yeah.
the situation and the indigenous people by putting them in situations na talagang wala silang power.
Right.
And I'm sure you're very careful about that. So how did you manage that tightrope? Kasi napaka-delicate yun.
Sobrang delicate siya. Naging maingat kami. I mean, it took us more than a year just to get approval from NCIP, the National Commission for Indigenous Peoples,
Yeah.
and the Council of Elders ng community. And then, sobrang silang kasing ilag sa people from the lowland. Kasi madami na silang instances na naloko sila. So, importante for us talaga to build that connection with them and for them to understand the purpose of the film. And pinaliwanag namin na hindi to tungkol dun sa violence sa pinagdaanan ninyo, but for you to finally, tell your stories and introduce yourselves as people,
Yeah.
not as
Yeah.
victims. So, yun.
Build that connection and also build that trust
Yes.
with that community. And after making this film, after hearing all the stories nung Ati community, do you feel like ito na yung next mission mo to tell more untold stories
Sana.
to the public?
Sana. Meron na nga kaming inaanak doon.
Wow.
Talaga? Okay.
Oo, like,
okay.
and even our directors already speak the language.
Oh.
So, ganun
Nice.
kami ka-acquainted na sa community. So, sana, in the coming years, kung hindi man kami, sana more filmmakers will tackle the stories of indigenous peoples in the Philippines.
From Cinemalaya to Gawad Urian, any international film festivals up
We're
and
still
start?
waiting for one, so hopefully mangyari.
Busan ba to?
Hindi siya Busan. Somewhere in Europe. So,
Europe. All right. There was a small team of 26 people. Sorry, 27. May aswang din pala. And 7 days, shot in 7 days, 5 of which were spent in the mountains. After that, anong masasabi mo sa samahan ninyo?
For us, that made us realize na kung gaano ka-importante yung trabaho namin.
Yeah.
Na hindi lang siya basta-basta filmmaking. Nakakatulong siya kasi we're living in a developing country, and for us, film is not more than just art. It's something that it should be part of nation building.
Yeah.
I love that. And with that, Anne, we're gonna wrap things up here. Aswang or not?
Before we but I wanted to ask, where can people watch the movie?
It's on OneFlix by the Film Development Council of the Philippines.
Okay.
You can watch it anywhere you want.
Okay.
Right.
And before we let you go, our show is called Beautiful Day. So what makes your day beautiful?
I guess waking up in the morning so early for this one.
And we thank you for that. Yeah, we
We love
appreciate
that.
that.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Arden Condez, producer and the screenwriter of Tumandok. And they may or may have not experienced an encounter with an aswang.
We'll talk about that off air.
Okay. All right. Paano yung mga host? All right.
All right.
Let's take a look at the global weather after the break.
Plus our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Still watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Let's take a look at the global weather. Let's go first to Iraq, where a massive tree planting campaign is underway in Baghdad to improve air quality and help fight global warming. Volunteers, members of the Baghdad mayoralty, and the federal police joined forces to plant trees across the city, including streets and public spaces. City officials described it as the largest tree planting drive in Baghdad this autumn, with over 300,000 trees set to be planted. Environmental group says that the initiative will help reduce carbon emissions and bring greenery to areas long dominated by concrete. This campaign aims to turn Baghdad into a cleaner and greener capital. Moving on to Chile in South America, a small farm powered by goats and ingenuity is gaining global recognition for its sustainable practices. In the drought-stricken coast of Los Moles, a local farming couple created La Pachamama, a self-sustaining farm that turns goat manure into biogas and produces its own electricity. Their innovative methods have transformed once dry lands into a green oasis with over 300 fruit trees, all while living 8 years without paying for basic utilities. The farm has been invited to the COP30 Climate Summit in Brazil to show how rural innovation and sustainability can thrive even in harsh conditions. From survival to global impact, La Pachamama is proof that climate resilience can start at home. Now moving on over to Europe, because English winemakers are making a global mark as exports soar even while local sales slow down. Britain's warmest summer on record has created ideal conditions for wine production. Sparkling wine from southern England recently beat French champagne to win a prestigious international award, lifting its profile in markets like Norway, Japan, and China. Exports rose 35% in 2024, now making up 9% of total sales. Norway leads imports, while global producers from France, the US, and Australia are buying land in England as climate change makes cooler regions more attractive. Now that's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Tuesday, October 21. Para sa Year of the Rat, may makatampuhang katrabaho. Ayusin agad bago lumalim ang malit na issue. Gray at 2. Ox naman tayo, may lihim na admirer nagpaparamdam. Alamin kung sincere o curious lang siya. Brown at 4. Tiger naman tayo, hindi ito magandang araw para malaking gastusin. Delay mo na yan, pink at 6. Kay Rabbit naman tayo, baka may gustong humingi ng tulong sa'yo. Maging bukas sa collaboration. Blue at 1. Kay Drago naman tayo, uminom na mainit-init na tsaa pagkatapos ng matagal na trabaho. Red at 5. Kay Stick naman tayo, tuloy-tuloy ang swerte sa trabaho. Basta huwag puro chismis. White at 8. Kay Horse naman tayo, kumonsulta na kung tumatagal na ang pananakit ng katawan, lalo na, huwag natin nga ipagpaliban ang mga sakit-sakit na yan. Yellow at 9. Kay Year of the Sheep naman tayo, iwasan ang pagiging sobrang mabait sa katrabaho. Inaabuso ka na sa oras mo. Purple at 1. Kay Year of the Monkey naman tayo, minsan ang pagmamahal ay hindi sa salita, kung hindi sa ginagawa. Green at 6. Rooster naman tayo, magandang araw para mag-declutter at magbenta ng hindi na ginagamit. Orange at 3. Dog naman tayo, iwasan ang matagal na pagbabad sa electronic devices. White at 7. Kay Pig naman tayo, mag-ingat sa mga taong nag-aalok ng madaling pera. Posibleng scam yan. Blue at 5. Paalala lang ito po yung horoscope patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank Thank you as always, Master Hans Kua. So much energy, especially when he's wearing yellow.
He's as bright as the sun.
Yes. And sabi niya, wag mo raw iindayin yung mga sakit-sakit mo sa katawan. You have to do something about it. Maybe you just get a massage.
Actually, I need to get my hammy work done. So we're gonna see.
Kailangan mo nung
My left
what's
hammy.
that, the muscle roller?
I have a foam roller.
Yeah,
Pero
yes.
ayun, iba pa rin kapag yung release galing talaga sa therapist. Like yung or minsan
True.
mag-dry needling ka. Yun yung favorite ko ngayon, yung mga dry needling.
Needling?
Yeah, okay yan, masarap yan. Like it is I encourage everyone to go to a good PT who's licensed to dry needle.
Yeah.
So yes, okay siya. Lahat ng mga lamig ng katawan mo mawawala. But yours, what's yours today?
Masyado daw ako mabait sa coworker, inaabuso na ako. Kailan mo
Alam mo,
inaabuso
si
mo ko,
Greg.
Pao eh.
Si Greg is mean to you. Wow! Kaya
Masyado
pala
akong
stress siya
mabait.
kahapon, di ba? Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch
I
the
was
show
stressed
yesterday, if you watch the show yesterday,
mean?
what day was it yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. Yeah, yesterday was Monday. You know why? Anne started the show, no energy. Bakit?
Uy,
Because she just
grabe!
worked with Greg.
What do
Over
you
the weekend.
mean?
George pala, sorry.
I
Mali
always
pa yung
start the show
spelling.
with energy.
Today you did kasi you just worked with me yesterday. Ayun.
Alam mo, abuso ka na, Pao, talaga.
Hindi, si George, Greg yun. Pangalan nun. Oh, siya yun.
Let's say hi to the people joining us over on Facebook and on YouTube. Michelangelo Buddy Tew says, "Good morning, Miss Anne and Prof. Pao. Human battery daw si Master Hans Kua. Yes, he's our resident Energizer Bunny." And Chiquito, as always, counting the days till Christmas. And marami siyang opinion na sinesend sa atin regarding the news items that we tackle every day.
Of course.
Thank you, Chiquito. On Facebook, we have Miss Paul watching us from Arizona, USA. Hi, Miss Paul.
Arizona.
Arizona.
USA.
Arizona, Bulacan.
Yes, sir.
And Arizona, Quezon City.
Arizona. Ba iced tea din yun?
Oo, Arizona tea.
Pero mahal yata.
Medyo mahal siya, pero masarap yung Arizona tea.
Yeah.
Am I plugging?
Plug.
Pwede tayong sponsor ng Arizona tea.
Pero hindi
For
pa-
our What's the Tea segment.
Oo.
Diba?
Pwede,
Yeah.
gusto ko yung tumatawag tayo ng sponsors live on
Oo.
air.
Sakto, we already have a segment for you guys. Diba?
Okay.
What's the Tea by Arizona Tea.
Okay.
Wow,
All right.
that's
So
perfect.
anyone else on
That's
Facebook
it.
or YouTube? Okay.
But
yeah.
our comment sections are still open. You might want to send in your questions for Coach V because we have our question and answer edition of Love Hacks. Love Hacks with Dating Coach V is up next as she answers love questions from the netizens. So don't miss our conversation. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back to Beautiful Day. We pulled together lovesick questions from the netizens, and today Dating Coach V answers them on Love Hacks.
Love hacks, we got you. No need to be sad.
Beautiful day, Coach V.
Beautiful day, Ann and Pao.
We are really always excited every time we do the question and answer edition of the show because a lot of your followers, they send love messages.
Love messages.
Love messages,
Love
love
notes,
questions.
love notes.
Yeah, love
Yes.
notes.
So these are real life problems and dilemmas of people who are experiencing dating and struggles in their relationship. So I'm excited.
Okay, so we're gonna go
Okay.
through it again. So as per
Diretso
normal.
talaga.
Yeah.
Oh, diretso
So,
talaga.
Alright,
yes,
sige,
Coach V will
let's
pick
do
a
this.
question from our magic bowl.
Chikahan
And
muna.
you read
Oo.
it first,
Yes,
Paolo.
you can
Sige,
pick up
go
a new
ahead.
one already para
Yes,
we can
yes.
get through all of
Okay.
these as much as
Sige, we're
We
making
can.
bunot na. And then that's the second one.
Okay, so this one's coming from Cheesecake Or, sorry,
Cheesecake.
hindi yan first name niya. May. Sorry. Yung
Ano ba
niya,
talaga?
It's her handle, alright?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
When to know if you should... Oh, I think I know the answer of Coach P here. When to know if you should give your ex another chance or just find someone new.
You just gotta
Did you say that you know what I'm gonna say
give me a
already,
chance.
Feeling ko,
Okay.
I think you would say just find someone new.
Alright.
But I
Be-
want to hear your ano.
Yes. Pao, you are right. Because he or she is your ex for a reason. Why are you going back to your ex? There's 8 billion people in the world. Go find somebody new.
Oh, it's so simple. Yeah, it's so clean cut. Why are you, Why is your face like that?
Well, kasi my husband and I broke up and then we got back together and
ayan.
so I guess
Okay.
it's a case-to-case basis.
Absolutely. So I would say like 80% of the time, di ba, when you break up with somebody, there's because of, differences in values. So kapag yan ang reason ng breakup nila, mahirap yun. Makikipagbalikan ka sa kanila. Yes, you will enter another phase with them, but long-term wise, it's not gonna be good because that's, kumbaga, values are, yun yung pinaka-basic na dapat align.
Yeah.
But if it's just because, ano bang reason kung ba't kayo nag-break up, no? In your, sige, wag na natin tatanungin. Oo nga.
Hindi
But
naman
sige.
it wasn't really a
Bad
bad
breakup.
breakup.
Value. Yes.
Yeah.
So if the breakup was because the parents didn't like o kaya LDR, had to study for another country, if it's not a value reason, that's why nag-break up kayo, then there's a big chance na pwedeng magkabalikan.
So
Yeah.
parang case-to-case basis
Okay,
nga.
yeah. I want to find the success story kasi of yung nagbalikan eh. But
Oo,
then if
yun,
you
sa
don't-
akin.
Yeah, but if you
Oo.
don't want to share why or paano yun nangyari.
No,
Okay lang.
wag na.
Just saying.
Wag na, we don't have time for that. Queen D. Bay, okay pa rin bang umamin kay crush that you like him or her even if he or she is courting someone na?
Okay. So men, I assume the crush is man, no? Men,
Yeah, oo. Go.
in their minds, it's already hierarchical. So if they already put you in the friend zone or as a backup, you will never be the main woman. So may iba na siyang kinukorte, meron na siyang main woman. So what's the point of you making amin, no?
So there's no possibility of him getting distracted by another girl.
I mean, why would you distract her from somebody that he really likes? No. You just-
Courting pa lang naman, wala pang commitment.
Sorry kasi ang competitive ni Anne. She's speaking from experience, okay?
Totoo naman talaga.
Am I wrong?
May mga women talaga who goes for who they want, no?
Yeah.
Ako kasi I do believe that it's still always, most of the time better if the man is the one pursuing, because if the man is not very very interested in you, they will be with you for a short time. Maybe they will sleep with you, but they're not gonna treat you as their queen. So I'd rather that this woman find somebody who really really likes her than be a backup girl.
Sa bagay sa My Best Friend's wedding nga di ba? Parang when
Such an
Julia
old
Roberts
reference.
when Julia Roberts confessed
I
to
was
her
11 when
best
that came
friend.
out.
Grabe.
No, really, I
oh.
was 11 when that came
Pero
out.
yeah, when she confessed to her best friend, hindi pa rin sila nagkatuluyan. Si Cameron Diaz pa rin yung pinakasalan niya.
I even forgot Cameron Diaz was part of that movie.
What?
No, seryoso. The only thing I remember from that movie is the
The
song.
moment I wake
There, that one.
up.
See,
Yeah.
you remember the song than the story. Okay, man, I have so
Pao,
many
before
questions.
you go to the next question, can I ask you one thing? For example, ikaw, Pao, you were courting your current girlfriend and somebody makes amin to you. What will you do? Will you be distracted or will you continue with your girl?
I think you just have to make a choice at there and then. I mean, at the end of the day, rin naman, it's not. Splitting time is worse than not making a decision.
Wait, hold on. He said it all ends
I
with
know.
making a choice.
Making
So
a
there's
choice.
a choice right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, kasi if
Diba?
kasi kung may offer.
Ayun na! See, I told you, pwede ma-distract.
pwede
guy.
ma-distract, but I'm not saying be
Kinakabahan ako
distracted.
sa...
Yeah, but still,
I'm not
you
saying
said
be
there's a
distracted.
choice
No,
right
there's a
there.
choice, but don't be distracted. Like, diba? Like, umayaw ka na. Diba? Don't mix and mingle. Yun na lang.
Kinakabahan ako dun sa kung may choice. Kasi sometimes, 'di ba, kapag may umamin sa atin, ang tendency ng human being is kung okay naman yung girl, 'di ba? We wanna like, sige, try natin, especially kung yung nililigawan niya, hindi naman siya pinapansin. But by the end of the day, I would always ask, sino ba talaga ang gusto mo? Go for the
Yeah,
person that
that's
you
why
really
there's
want.
a choice.
Yeah. So, you know what I like about this show is that
Okay.
sobrang ibang-iba yung values namin ni Ann. All right, moving on.
That is
to
what makes
Pearl.
everything
Maganda.
exciting. Yeah, eh, kasi
Yes.
kung lagi tayong
Agree.
agree. Ang
Boring
boring
yun,
na nung
boring.
show.
Yeah,
diba?
exactly. Kaya
Yeah.
nawala yung isang host natin eh. Anyway, so moving on to Pearl. When do we know it's a good time to date again while working on our physical insecurities?
That's a very good question because many people would say, I'm not gonna date muna, coach, because I'm still working on myself. So I do believe that you can date right now and work on yourself at the same time. Although there's one catch, no? If it's just physical insecurity, that's something that you can, work on while dating. But if it's like mental, or emotional, then I would not
Yeah.
recommend because madadamay pa yung i-date mo.
Right.
no?
Oh, take your
And
time.
Diba? So, but it's physical insecurity. Girl, you can work on that as you date. But also, sometimes our physical, like for example, for me, my physical insecurity before is I never wear a dress or a short skirt because of my scars. I had scars in childhood, no? Until I met somebody who actually didn't mind that, who liked my legs regardless of the scar. So sometimes what we deem as a physical insecurity is, some people will love us for that.
And I think everybody really has a
Meron
physical
talaga eh.
insecurity. Diba?
Yeah.
Ewan ko lang kay Paolo.
I do.
Pogi siya eh.
I'm so insecure kaya. What are you talking about?
Wow! Okay.
No,
Hindi ko
pero-
masyadong feel. But
Pero
yeah.
but it's nice. But it's nice. It's a nice thing if it feels like you're investing in Bitcoin in 2014 or 2016. Ba't nagsuzoom in yung camera? Wait, nagulat ako doon. Ang lapit ko bigla. Stop! Wait, nawala yung train of thought ko. It's like, so ang laki ng return mo kasi early investment mo na in terms of yung physical. Like because when you invested in them when they were low, when they are high, kasama ka pa rin.
That's a very good and also since this is love hacks, but we're also going to talk about like life and like development in general. So I do believe that once you do well in your career, once you do well in life in general, you have money to invest in your physical insecurities. I think at this point wala nang hindi kaya madaan sa salamat doc. Diba? So whatever physical insecurity is that, you can work on it with the help of technology.
All right, so
Okay,
let's move
next, we have something from Cabalya Angeli. What if the guy made promises like gifts and dates, and I don't know whether he forgot about it or simply don't want to do it? Should I remind him?
on. He forgot about it.
I don't think so.
Baka naman,
I don't think so.
parang ito yung case ng best foot forward. So you start with a lot of dates and a lot of gifts, and once you've already achieved what you wanted to achieve, biglang wala na.
Kasi nakuha mo na yung gusto mo.
Oo, diba?
Yes. So another angle would be this. I do believe that men are bright and intelligent. They do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I do not believe in nakalimutan. But if a man really do not like you as much, they play deaf. Ibig sabihin, even if you say, I like flowers, I like chocolates, I like us to see like every other week, if they don't really like you, walang makakatatak sa memory niyan. But when a person is really into you, every little details they try to meet their words. So
Yeah.
that's how you actually vet, no? Sino ba sa kanila ang may sinasabi at ginagawa compared to sabi-sabi lang tapos pag execution time wala na.
Pero Coach, I want to go back to yung question na yun because the question was, should she
Should you
remind him?
Yeah, so the answer is, for me, I will not remind him because again, men are smart. They're hindi nakakalimutan nila yan. is intentionally that maybe they don't want to pursue you. That's why they're not going on a date.
You know, I have
Paano yung mga may sariling question. Paano yung mga they've been married for a long time tapos they feel like their husbands neglect them?
Alvin,
Did
sorry,
they,
ah.
no, my husband doesn't neglect me. I'm just, speaking yung like 'di ba may mga ganung complaints yung
Yes.
mga wives
Yeah,
na parang
yeah.
"Ay, hindi na kami nilalambing ng mga asawa namin because they've been married for the longest time."
Yes.
Should they remind their husbands?
So, dating for single people is different from dating when you're married. When you're
Yeah.
married, I'd like to think that you are stuck in that forever as much as
Yeah,
possible if you
yeah,
can work on
actually.
it. So, please do remind your husbands, but please also remind your husband that you already reminded them.
but it's
They
funny.
need constant
No, pero
reminding.
that's the thing with
Wag lagi.
expectations, right? That's the thing with
Okay,
expectations.
Coach
'cause
B is picking from the bowl as
Ayun,
you
hand it over.
continue to
There you go.
say
Yeah.
what
Ikaw
you're
ba,
saying.
Pao, for example, were there times na nakalimutan mo that you promised something
No, here's
and you
the thing
didn't deliver?
because yung style ko kasi is I like surprising, right? Like I like keeping it hidden till like the last moment. Like there was an instance where it was like an anniversary dinner or Valentine's. I forgot which event. And then so we were having dinner. Dinner's okay. And then akala niya walang gift. And then what I did was I had a waiter come on over to basically present the gift na parang a little surprise. Akala niya galing sa waiter, hindi galing sa akin.
Cute ba yung waiter?
Hindi rin eh. Kaya like,
Kasi
okay.
kung cute yung waiter, kikiligin ako.
I don't know about
May asawa na to,
that.
di ba?
I'm just saying.
Alright.
But anyway, we're gonna
Yeah.
move on.
Pao,
Okay, go ahead.
Can I just add something very quickly? And this goes for men and women. No? Under promise, over deliver.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry,
because when you say many things like I'm gonna do this to you, I'm gonna when you fall short by actions, nakaka-turn off. But if you don't promise anything and then magugulat, wow,
Yeah.
he did that, she did that for us, then the admiration goes up.
Alam mo, yung advice na yan also applies sa mga government officials, mga politicians.
Good one.
Under promise, over deliver.
Oy, love
Diba?
hack so hindi gov hack.
Hindi, applicable din sa mga politiko
All right,
Okay, go.
so moving on here. Luzelle Capadosa says, do you believe a man who doesn't have a social media type of person and why? So, hindi siya sa social media.
Yes. So before there were admiration towards people who don't have social media, saying that they keep their life low key. Right now, kapag walang social media or sinabi niyang wala siyang social media, kabahan ka na may asawa yan.
Oh,
That's not true.
Biro
wait,
lang.
I kinda get it.
But this
One
I'm
of
saying,
our prods are
Kasal na yan.
Huh? No, I'm talking about Badge.
Kasal na yan.
Badge
Di na
doesn't
natin
have
alam.
social media.
Hi, Badge.
Hi, Badge.
Hey, say hi to the wife for me, Badge.
Oh my God.
so let me just contextualize. I'm saying that because of the advent of dating apps wherein you talk to somebody and when you want to vet them, and when you say vet, you want to do like a background check on them, they say, wala akong social media, I don't have a trail on the internet.
Paano kung iba yung pangalan sa social media?
Kaya nga, so
Or
yung
iba yung picture.
Yung iba gumagawa ng fake, makikita mo, bibigyan ka ng Instagram, tapos the most recent post or the first post was yesterday. So really,
Red flag yun.
again,
Parang
we
ano
don't want to
yan?
generalize, but these are just what's happening. So better to be aware than be sorry later.
Parang yung mga flood control project na ghost tas biglang ginawa, no?
Ghost,
Para lang hindi maging ghost.
Go
No,
hacks talaga.
pero yung I'm just saying, like, siguro like with our friend, Badge, yung prod namin.
Bakit wala pa
Alright,
siyang
or
social
producer.
media?
Wala.
Wala daw, pero
wala.
feeling ko pangalan sa social media, Mark. Mga ganon.
Oo. Feeling ko may...
From Badge to Mark real quick.
Like, iba yung identity niya.
Yeah, because sometimes at work, di ba, you need some sort of like account to
Exactly.
monitor.
Yeah.
So meron talaga
Meron yan.
Gusto mo magkaroon ng
And
Siguro yung
mysterious
pangalan niya,
side.
Mark Joseph.
Yes.
Ganon. Yun yung pangalan niya.
So when somebody says
Sorry,
they don't
Mark
have...
Joseph, kung sino ka man.
So when somebody says they don't have social media, like, I don't believe that there's so many people out there who does not have an online tracks. So meron at wala nga social media, but maybe when you
Google mo nga
Google
si
their
Badge
name,
kung may makikita
meron
kang
at merong
picture.
Mamaya na, we're talking about him too much.
Okay, next question.
unless they work in security.
From J.Ann, the guy was promising at first high emotional intelligence, gave all the best he could offer, then all of a sudden he goes silent. Why?
tapos na siya sa'yo.
Oh, hindi ka lang niya
Tapos
type.
na siya
I think
sa'yo.
that's it.
Nakuha niya na yung gusto niya.
He's done.
Maybe he's not
Biro
into
lang.
you anymore.
Oo, na-checklist ka na.
So, men and women respond differently. Tayo, when something happens, we want to talk. We want to be closer to our partner. But men, sometimes they need to retreat back to their cave. Diba? They need some time to process. That's how they process. Women process by usap-usap with the girls. Ito yung nangyari, blah, 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 blah. Men, some of them, they process alone and they want less conversation, less usap. So maybe give him time. Maybe he's gonna come back.
Okay.
If he doesn't come back, then again, 8 billion people in the world.
To be
You
fair,
got this, girl.
to be fair, I love my
two
cave.
questions.
Last two.
Coach V is picking from our bowl. Last two questions.
How you said you have your cave?
I love my cave. Pero my cave is like, it's not a literal
Men always
cave.
have to have their caves.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
need
My
their
cave is
alone
a,
time.
Whatever
Too.
that means for them.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Lucille says,
Okay.
"Hi, miss. I'm one of your fans.
Hindi mo na-gets.
Don't to, ha?
Go.
May hindi daw tayo nuggets.
Ayoko.
Okay,
Baka
go.
makancel pa tayo. Okay, this is a big fan of yours, Miss Lucille Jane Ugsod. And question ko lang po is para po sa mga gaya naming namin naka-work at home. Ano po yung best advice nyo sa amin para magka-love life?
Ay, oo nga.
Mga work from home, o nga, no, mga hybrid
Yeah,
or yung mga work from home talaga.
Yes.
How would you advise that?
I feel that they already understand that Prince Charming will not knock on their door, no? So from work from home people, let me share with you a little bit about attraction. For attraction to happen, there has to be an in-person exposure. So kailangan mo silang makita. So work from home, sabihin natin 8 to 5 or if you're graveyard shift, then you still have 10 hours in a day, 14 hours in a day for yourself. So go out at least once a week, twice a week. That's really the way that you could find somebody, because even if you meet them online, you have to see them in person in order for that attraction to be genuine than just talking online, no?
Yeah.
They have to see you, smell you, feel you, and just feel your vibe.
Can I just say, sobrang importanteng smell you, ha?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I don't like smelly
Yeah,
people.
so based on attraction, the science of attraction, pinaka number 1 is visual. We get attracted by what we see. Number 2 is we get attracted by, hulaan nyo.
Smell.
What's the number 2?
I'm guessing
Smell is number 3.
It's 3.
Yes.
Okay, so what
what's
you see? So sorry, what's the first one?
the
Visual.
Visual.
Yes.
Visual.
Second
Number
one
2
is oh wow.
Kung,
This is-
kung
If
kung may
3
laman
is
yung wallet
smell.
niya.
I'll give a clue. This is going to be a little bit surprising, but you have this in you. So you guys are doing well in this category.
How
Any
they speak?
guess?
We have careers.
How they speak?
Yeah.
How we speak.
So number 2
Communication.
is the voice.
Voice.
Oh, the
ayun.
voice.
Yeah, so sometimes you see like a really guapo guy, but when he starts talking,
You know what? That is so true.
mas matinis pa yung boses sa'yo. So, nato-turn off ka. O kaya sa babae na girl, feminine na feminine, baby. Tapos nung nagsalita, mas masculine pa yung boses sa'yo.
But actually, guys like it when you have that low register.
Ganun ba?
The bedroom voice, when you are in the bedroom.
Voice.
But
Like pagsagot mo ng phone, hello.
Hindi, pero kailangan, may variety. Kapag kaya, taas, bumaba.
Buti na lang, hindi ka dyan yung boses mo. Diyos ko, Lord.
Oh, welcome to Love Hacks.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, last
So,
question na
there you
tayo.
go. Okay.
Coming from Kaunashi, do you recommend being upfront with what you're looking for on date number 1? Or serious matters should be saved for the succeeding dates?
Okay. So very briefly, let me share with you an experiment that was done in MIT. They sent people on dates and then the psychologists were on the other room. Ibig sabihin, the psychologists don't have a visual kung sino ang magkakadate, no? But after that speed dating that happened, the psychologists were able to predict with 98% accuracy who are the daters who's gonna go on a second date and who will not see each other again. You know how the psychologist predicted?
Paano?
So there was an recording, but the recording is an audio recording. Pero ang catch dun, walang words. So the psychologists were listening to the conversation. They were just listening to the tonality and pitch. So for example, if the conversation is like, so mataas, masaya, the couple goes on a second date. Pero kapag monotone, seryoso yung pitch, they were able to predict that hindi na makikita yan, which was correct. So what's the lesson here? First date is not for you to lay down all of your cards. First date is for you to gauge if you could have fun together. So more laughter, more chances of a second date.
I get that. I like
Laughter
that.
is very
I like that.
important talaga.
Playfulness.
Yeah, not
Yes.
just on your dates, but your relationship in general. Parang kailangan, you have a lot of laughter in there.
Yeah. Being fun is important.
Thank you so much for today's Love Hacks, Dating Coach V. If you guys are in need of love hacks, just DM Coach V at Dating Coach V on Instagram or message our text line.
Yes, do message our text line at 0927-975-1235. So any love questions, or if you want to join us in studio here in Love Hacks, just let us know.
Or snail mail us at 60p Tuazon
Yes.
in Bilyonaryo News Channel here
Oh.
in Quezon City.
If you happen to drive by Pituazo, nakita mo yung malaking number 60 there, then
That's
you
us.
stop by and
Drop us
leave
a
us a
snail mail.
message. Yeah,
Oo.
leave
A
us a
postcard.
letter.
Seryoso kami doon.
I
mean,
love
like I would
postcards.
love to hear
Handwritten,
and say, handwritten. We'll show it on air, especially kung love hack siya. We definitely do that.
Yes,
Okay.
please do.
Yes. All right.
Thank you,
So
Coach
again,
V.
Coach V, thank you so much. We
Thank
really
you.
love you being here, and of course, we really love the fact na palapit na ang Pasko, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful days before Christmas. How many? 65 beautiful days till Christmas. That's beautiful days, not beautiful day episodes till Christmas. 65 might be too much. We're also counting the weekends on that. But of course, that is a wrap on our show this Tuesday, October 21. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paolo de Rosario. Remember, cool, take it easy.
And I'm Ann Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead, and always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful
Day!